A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Back to throw. Harper.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Robinson up the middle.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Harper. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Harper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Come on, go!
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Bengals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. Oh, he's got a man open. It's caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
I see through your act and I still enjoy the show.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
2nd and 6.
He finds his man complete. It's Fox. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw again.
He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
and that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step one, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Harper. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 10 yards out.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
60 Vikings.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
On first down, Cooper.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That's another
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. 65 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
19 Lions. 65. Here we go. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hurt.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Come on, set! Gravity Lions! Get up!
They'll keep it on the ground. Cooper.
Down the right sideline.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals have moved out in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
2nd and 5. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Bengals are going to have a short field here as they take over right at the 50.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 26-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Bengals 35, Falcons 21.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it and how you continue to lead. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I will continue to go in that direction.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Harper. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Harper. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
18, Cowboy 80.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 159 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Panther 11, Panther.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and it forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They're down inside the 40 about the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least... And that's caught inside the 30. the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts,
His first touchdown of the new season.
and the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tag. A kick. 70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70. Go.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So the first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Harper. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Harper. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
70,
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Cooper.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 215 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
check. Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one 28 yards on the ground. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Check smash. 19 tight.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice Nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 155 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Harper. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ready? 68.
2nd and 4. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jalen Walker. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Ready,
3rd down and 13.
Step. Here we go. Step. Panther 6, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick, 60, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Panther 60,
First
Panther
and
60.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Buffalo 18. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just... There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. 67 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it at the 2. But he will not make it into the end zone. He stops short, and that might spell an end to their chances as this stays a 3-score game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Tag! Ready, right?
They'll keep it on the ground. Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, it's Cooper. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Now back to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards.
And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Okay, ready?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Jackson, Panther 60, Panther 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll set up a throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Let's go.
That's good.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60.
First and 10 at the 25-yard
Warriors 70.
line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Cowboy 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 17-yard line.
2nd and 2. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
76. Falcons 46.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Well, tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Carper. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will kick out of bounds inside the 5. Talk about disaster averted as they hold on to the football. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it at around the 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Get it. Bronco 80. Mustang 19.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. Looking like they're well underway to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
82. Falcons 46.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Check. Hurt. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cooper. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.